Hello everyone, I'm Batpan, about to congrats the new year. In today's video, we're gonna see how to make multiple endings for our game in Unity. This function is actually used in multiple itch.io games that I've played, and it's actually a fun mechanic. This video was actually suggested by our dear friend with this ID. Hope all the very best for you wherever you are. This video will be put inside a series of videos covering Unity tips and tricks, which can actually help you in your game dev journey. You can actually check it out through the channel. All the files used and created in this video will be available on my GitHub. You can get to it again with a link in the description. With all that being said, let's put on the mask and begin. So what I've made before making the video is I made two scenes, one for the choice scene. You make a choice, then there is this ending scene, and it shows two texts which we're gonna change depending on the outcome. So we'll go to choice scene. So what do we want to do in here is there's a text up here saying, for example, Jack said sorry for what he's done, will you forgive him? You have two options, you can forgive him or you can walk away. So if you forgive him, there's one outcome, and if you walk away, there's another outcome, and that change is gonna be made inside ending, and we're gonna save a value in here and then load it in the ending and give that ending depending to what choice we made. So let's create a script. I'm gonna create a folder, I'm gonna call it scripts. I'm gonna create a mono behavior script. I'm gonna call it choice underline multiple ending. I'm gonna open it. So now we're here. So what do we want? We want to make two functions for these two buttons. So let's go in here. We don't need void start or update, so we're gonna remove it. As I said in my previous videos, if you want to connect a function to a button, you have to make it public void, then you give it a name. So I'm going to give it forgive him, and inside here it's going to do something, and I'm going to create another public void. I'm going to call it walk away, and these are my two choices. And what I want to do is, if I do one of these functions, I want to save a value, then I'm going to wait 1 second, then I'm going to change the scene to the ending scene, this scene, then I'm going to load the values in here and show me that ending depending to the choice I made. Let's go into forgive him. So I want to wait 1 second, and if you want to wait 1 second, you have to do it inside an enumerator. You can do it inside an enumerator. I'm going to call it make choice, make a choice, CO, which stands for coroutine. It's gonna give an error. It's because it has to return a value. So yield return new, wait for seconds, wait for 1 second. For this enumerator, we're gonna get an integer to see which one of these we called. So inside this make a choice coroutine, I'm gonna need an integer. I'm gonna call it choice underline number. So what we have inside these parentheses are a thing that this enumerator wants from us. So if you're calling this, you also have to give it a choice number, which I'm actually using right now. Instead of writing two different enumerators for two different outcomes, I'm just gonna do it inside one enumerator, and I'm gonna choose this state based on this choice number that I'm getting. So I'm going to create an if statement saying choice number. If choice number is 0, we say chose 1. Then we say else if choice number is 1, we say chose 2. And this enumerator has to be here. And then we just load the scene. So if we chose forgive him, what do we want to do? We want to save a value inside our player prefs. Player pref is actually a simple thing, that is a simple place you can save your datas and you can use it later on, and it is not confusing at all. So I'm going to use player prefs in this case. I actually made a video on player prefs. If you want to better understand it, you can watch it by clicking on top of your screen right now, or get to it with a link in the description. I want to save a value. For example, I'm going to say player prefs dot set integer. Set integer is gonna save an integer value inside a key value. So it needs a key and it needs a value. You see, it needs a key, and I'm gonna name the key, for example, ending. It has to be exactly with like this. So if you write it like this, your key name should be exactly the same in two scenes, in all the scenes, if you're calling this player pref. So this is the key and it needs a value. So semicolon, then we give it a value. For the value, I want to give it 0. If we chose the number 1 choice, we make this ending key equal to 0. If we chose number 1, we just make the ending with the same name equal to 1. And that is it. After doing all of that, we'll just load the ending scene. To use a scene manager and load the next scene, we have to come up here saying using Unity engine.scene management. So we can load the next scene. You need this. But Unity automatically creates it. If it doesn't, you can just create it manually. Down here, we're just gonna say scene manager.load scene. Load the ending scene. What it's gonna do right now, let's make the whole function, then we'll come back and explain it. So if we forgave him, we just run this enumerator. To run an enumerator, you just have to say start coroutine instead of calling it directly. Make a choice coroutine. As you see, it gives an error saying it needs a choice number. So for the choice number 1, we decided to give it 0. We can just copy it and paste it here. For choice number 2, we just gave it number 1. As easy as that. Now our function is complete for saving our choice, so we can load it in the next scene. So what it does is, if we chose forgive him, for example, if we clicked on this button, we would just run this function, give our enumerator a choice number of 0. It comes inside here and checks if our choice number is 0. If it is, it saves that value into an ending key, a key named ending, and then it gives it 0. So we can later on check if the ending key is 0, then we chose to forgive him, and else if the ending is 1, we chose to walk away. And that is saving and loading. So we just created a function. We can go ahead. So we have to go ahead and give this voids to these buttons. As I said in my other videos, it's actually very easy. You can select your button. Mine is called forgive, for example. You just gotta go to this, scroll down in the inspector tab until you go down into this button section and find this onClick event. You click on this plus. Now it needs an object with the script that just we created. We didn't give the script to any object, so I'm just gonna create an empty object. I'm gonna call it script holder, and in this script holder, I'm just gonna give it this choice multiple ending. Now it has the script on it. I can select my button and give the script holder to it. Go to this no function, find this choice multiple ending, and you can find forgive him. And I'm gonna do the same thing for this walk away. So walk away now, it has been given. It's not gonna load the ending scene because we didn't add it to this scene list. So I'm just gonna add it to the scene list. I'm gonna remove all. I'm gonna add the ending scene, and choice scene by default is number 1, and we added the ending scene here. So now that it's done, we can go ahead and check this section out. We didn't make the loading, so I'll just say forgive him. It loaded this scene. So now we're done with the saving part. Let's go ahead to the loading part. Let's go inside ending. So inside ending, what we want to do is we're going to check this save that we just made and decide which choice did we choose. Let's go inside scripts, and I'm gonna create a new C# script for ending underline multiple ending. We opened it up. Inside here we need void start because it's gonna run once when the object is activated. An object is activated by default, so it's gonna run when the game starts. So what do we want to do? We want to check this value and decide what choice did we choose. Inside here, I'm going to create an integer. I'm going to call it f, which is going to hold our player pref value, which is equal to player prefs. This time, instead of saying set int, we just say get int, and the int we want to get is with the key of ending. You see, it needs 1 string for the key. This f is equal to this value from this ending key. So if we gave it 0 in here, then this f is gonna be 0. I put the value inside this temporary integer. So instead of checking this multiple times, I just check this if. So right down here, we check if f is equal to 0, forgave, else if f is 1, we walked away. and that is just loading our value in the new scene. What do we want to do after loading the value? We want to change these two texts to the ending we want. So this walk away text is okay, so we need two references to these two texts so we can change them depending on the choice we made. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna create a public text mesh pro UGUI. You can add using TM Pro up here. You have to add it. Unity automatically adds it. If it didn't, you can just add it up here. First one is the story underline text. The next one is the ending text. I have reference to both of them. Now I can change it. If I chose to walk away, I can choose this, copy this, and copy this. So if we chose to walk away, we can say story text dot text equal to this one, and the ending text dot text equal to bad ending 1 out of 2. So if we chose to walk away, we get the bad ending, and it's gonna write this text here. I just copied this. So if we chose to forgive him, what do we want to do? We're gonna say Jack. So I can just copy it and story text dot text equal to this one. Then for the ending text dot text, we just give it this good ending 2 out of 2. And that is everything you gotta do for making multiple endings if you want to make multiple endings. At the core is the same. I just loaded the ending inside a new scene. If you want to do it in the same scene, you can just do these functions without, loading and saving. And sometimes you have multiple key points in your story and in your game. So there is not one, for example, key that decides your ending. For example, you have 5 or 6 endings. So what you gotta do is you're gonna make multiple keys. For example, ending underline 2, ending underline 3, and more, and any name you want. And then you're gonna check it somewhere, and then you decide which ending the player gets. And right now our work is done. I have to create an empty object, call it script holder again, and give it this ending. And it needs two references to these two texts. And I'm gonna give it, drag and drop it there. And if I load the choice scene, we save it, it's gonna change the outcome depending on the choice we made. If I choose forgive him, it says you chose to forgive. You forgive. I don't know if you forgive was right grammatically. So let's go ahead and check it out. So if I choose forgive him, it waits 1 second, it gives us the good ending. You forgive, you have a big heart, you and Jack became best friends once more, and we got the good ending. And if I choose the walk away, it says Jack felt sorry for what he's done to you, he left the town with his family, and you get the bad ending. So that was how to make multiple endings inside Unity. This method is also used in itch.io games like Fears to Fathom and games like that. It can be used in all types of games. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, a like really helps. You can subscribe to see more contents like this. You can tell me anything in the comment section below, from suggestions, anything you want to say, anything you have to say to me, and I would be very happy to answer all of them. Hope all the very best for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.